Happy Wednesday, friends. My name is Joshua, or when I'm making music, Loxley. I'm the owner of Simplistic Yogi and Simplistic Music Company. And today, I'm going to start a new tradition here on the page. Every Wednesday, I'm going to release a 10 to 15 minute yoga flow. It'll be beginner friendly. We'll may touch on a little bit of intermediate poses here and there, but for the most part, everything should be accessible to all bodies. You may want a couple blocks today for support, but they're not necessarily needed. It's always good to have a prop to help raise the earth up if we need. If you don't have blocks, maybe a couple of books or even a couple of just small pillows will help do the job. But we're going to set those to the side for a moment, and we're just going to go ahead and come to our seated position. We're going to bring the hands to the knees and just lengthening through the spine, letting the shoulders drop, maybe even giving the shoulders a little wiggle, just taking a moment to find our center. And we're going to start with a few breaths. So let's take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. Deep breath in, big sigh out. Deep breath in, big sigh out. Very good. And just taking a moment here to ground, feeling the support of the earth underneath the sit bones. Noticing any points of tension or tightness, and releasing any need to clench. Just giving the body permission to relax. And take a moment here to focus in on your breath. Just taking a few mindful breaths. Not forcing or trying to control, just letting your breath flow naturally. On our next inhale, let's start to bring the hands out wide, and we're going to lift up overhead. Palms come to touch. On our exhale, let's bring the hands down to heart center. We're going to do that a couple more times, moving at your own speed and taking up as much space as you can. Stretching through the fingertips, let's inhale out wide all the way up, palms touch. And we'll exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhaling, hands up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Getting into the chest and the spine a little bit. Let's inhale to open the arms out wide, and we're going to draw the hands back. A slight arch in the chest as we lengthen through the crown. We'll exhale to round the spine, chin to chest, fingertips touch. Let's inhale to open. And we'll exhale to close. A couple more times. Inhaling to open. And exhaling to close. Last one. Inhaling to open. And exhaling to close. Let's clasp the fingers together. We'll press the palms forward. And as we inhale, hands come up overhead. Letting the shoulders drop. We don't want to scrunch the shoulders to the ears. Let's take another breath in. And as we exhale, a slight bend over to the right. And as we come into our bend, let's slow down the breath a little bit here, adding a little control, breathing into the left lung. Let's inhale, hands to center, and we'll exhale opposite side. So stretching over to the left, and we're bringing our focus to the right lung. Let's inhale, hands come up. We'll exhale to release, bringing the hands to clasp behind the back, just making a fist. We'll roll the shoulders up and down and just stretching through the fist towards the back of the room. We'll bring the chest forward. We can keep the gaze straight or drawing a half line with the chin, just slightly up to open through the throat. Let's take 3 breaths here. Very good. Let's exhale. We'll bring the hands to the knees. Let's take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. On our next inhale, hands come up. And let's exhale, twisting to the right. Left hand comes to the right knee. We'll bring that right hand behind and just letting the head come around last. We're not forcing the twist. We're just slightly coming around, breathing into the belly. We've got a nice smooth line of breath. Let's exhale to release, hands to knees. We'll take a deep breath in. A big sigh out. Let's inhale, hands up. And we'll exhale to twist to the left. Right hand to the left knee, left hand behind. Bringing the head around last. Again, breathing into the belly, slow and controlled. Let's exhale to release to center, palms to the knees. We'll take a deep breath in. Big sigh out. Just taking a moment here to pause, feeling the space through the upper body, maybe even into the lower back that we've created. Now let's bring our focus to the low body. Let's bring that left leg out to the end of our mat, and we'll bring the right sole of the foot to the left inner thigh. Now we can always bring our blocks here to frame that left leg. And we have different heights with our blocks that you can use. Or again, if you have some books or a couple pillows that you want to put on the side here, you can. If you're not feeling that tight and you're feeling open and you don't need those blocks, you can set them off to the side. And we want to be mindful when we come down into our forward fold here that we're not locking the joints. So we want to keep the knee with a micro bend, and we don't want to over flex that left foot. We're going to create some length before we come down. So let's inhale, and we'll bring the hands all the way up. And on our exhale, we'll begin to lower down, coming all the way to your edge. Palms meet the earth or our prop. You may find yourself a little further up. That's fine. As long as you're feeling your stretch through the hamstrings, maybe into the low back, a little into the glutes. You're doing just fine. You don't have to come all the way down. I'm just taking a moment here to maybe slow down the breath a little bit more. Being mindful we're breathing in through the nose. Let's go ahead and walk the hands all the way back up to our neutral spine. From here, we'll bring that left leg out to the side, just at a little bit of an angle, and we're gonna readjust the right sole of the foot to the left inner thigh. We'll bring the hands in front, and as we inhale, we'll lengthen, and let's exhale to walk the hands forward. You may only be able to come down a little bit here, and that's fine. This can be a pretty deep stretch. Or if you're feeling open and can make it down to the forearms, that's always an option as well. I'm gonna stay a little bit up today. My left hip's been a little tight, a little irritated over the last few weeks. So just being a little bit more cautious on my left side today. On our next exhale, let's walk one hand over the other until we frame that left leg. We're gonna take a few breaths here in our twist, coming into that fold. I'm just noticing how this changes our stretch. On our exhale, we'll release back to center, and then inhaling to walk the hands up to our neutral spine. From here, let's bring that right foot forward. We'll bring the left foot to the right inner thigh. And again, if you need your blocks, feel free to bring them into your practice. If not, we'll go ahead and just check the body here, being mindful we have that micro bend here in the right knee. Let's inhale, hands come up. We'll exhale, folding all the way down. Just noticing what feels different in this side. Maybe the side's a little more open, or maybe it's tight. Just a few more cycles of breath. We're almost there. You're doing good. Without any rush, let's walk the hands back to our neutral spine. From here, we're going to bring that right foot out into that angle, and we're going to readjust the left sole of the foot to the right inner thigh. And it doesn't need to touch that thigh. If it's coming out a little bit more, that's fine as well. We're going to bring the hands to the earth, inhaling to lengthen as we exhale, walking the hands forward. Allowing each breath to create a little bit more space. Getting a good stretch along the inner thigh. Just a few more breaths, we're almost there. Walking one hand over the other. Let's come into our twist as we fold over that right leg. Noticing how this affects the breath and doing our best to bring balance. We're breathing into the belly here, trying not to force the breath up into the chest. Just want that nice, soft line of breath. All right, friends, on our inhale, let's walk the hands up. We'll exhale to release our twist to center. Let's bring that right leg in, coming back to our seated position. We'll bring the palms to the knees. Let's roll the shoulders up and down. Let's take a deep breath in. Big sigh out. Again, a little slower. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. One more time, as slow as you can. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. Coming back to your normal breath. Just taking a moment here to pause. Feeling the earth underneath the sit bones. The temperature of the air against your skin. The vibration of your heartbeat. Just take a moment to feel and appreciate your energy. And bringing our practice to a close, let's take a deep breath in. Big sigh out. On our next inhale, hands come up, palms touch. We'll exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you for allowing me to guide your practice. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and thank you for letting me share my energy with you. Please take this feeling we've created with you throughout your day and share it with others. Bringing the thumbs to the third eye. The light within me shines bright and honors the light that shines bright within each and every one of you. Namaste. Happy Wednesday, friends. Be sure to reach out if you have any questions on modifications, classes, events, privates, anything. Feel free to reach out. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next Wednesday.